Genesis chapter 12:12. Now Yahweh said to Abram, "Leave your country and your relatives and your father's house, and go to the land that I will show you. 2. I will make of you a great nation. I will bless you and make your name great. You will be a blessing. 3. I will bless those who bless you, and I will curse him who treats you with contempt. All the families of the earth will be blessed through you." 4. So Abram went, as Yahweh had told him. Lot went with him. Abram was 75 years old when he departed from Haran. 5. Abram took Sarai his wife, Lot his brother's son, all their possessions that they had gathered, and the people whom they had acquired in Haran, and they went to go into the land of Canaan. They entered into the land of Canaan. 6. Abram passed through the land to the place of Shechem, to the oak of Moreh. At that time, Canaanites were in the land. 7. Yahweh appeared to Abram and said, "I will give this land to your offspring." He built an altar there to Yahweh, who had appeared to him. 8. He left from there to go to the mountain on the east of Bethel and pitched his tent, having Bethel on the west and Ai on the east. There he built an altar to Yahweh and called on Yahweh's name. 9. Abram traveled, still going on toward the south. 10. There was a famine in the land. Abram went down into Egypt to live as a foreigner there, for the famine was severe in the land. 11. When he had come near to enter Egypt, he said to Sarai his wife, "See now, I know that you are a beautiful woman to look at." 12. It will happen that when the Egyptians see you, they will say, "This is his wife." They will kill me, but they will save you alive. 13. Please say that you are my sister, that it may be well with me for your sake, and that my soul may live because of you. 14. When Abram had come into Egypt, some Egyptians saw that the woman was very beautiful. 15. The princes of Pharaoh saw her and praised her to Pharaoh, and the woman was taken into Pharaoh's house. 16. He dealt well with Abram for her sake. He had sheep, cattle, male donkeys, male servants, female donkeys, and camels. See 17. Yahweh afflicted Pharaoh and his house with great plagues because of Sarai, Abram's wife. 18. Pharaoh called Abram and said, "What is this that you have done to me? Why didn't you tell me that she was your wife?" 19. Why did you say, "She is my sister," so that I took her to be my wife? Now therefore, see your wife, take her, and go your way. 20. Pharaoh commanded men concerning him, and they escorted him away with his wife and all that he had. World English Bible, Genesis chapter 12. Hey, welcome back to the World English Bible Study. I'm your host. We are doing a verse-by-verse study through the entire Bible. And today we're looking at Genesis chapter 12, verses 1 through 20, the Cliff Note version. So let's dive right in. Genesis chapter 12, verse 1. Now the famine was severe in the land. So Abram decided to go down into Egypt to live there for a while because the land of Egypt was well supplied with food. He went down to Egypt with his wife Sarai, his brother Nahor, and his sister's husband Haran. Sarai, his wife, Abram's wife, was very beautiful. Verse 3. Now when the Egyptians saw her, they said to Abram, "Please tell us what relation you have to this woman who is so beautiful that she has been taken into your harem." Then Abram said, "I am her brother." He was afraid to say that she was his wife, thinking that the Egyptians might kill him for taking his wife into his harem. For back then all the Egyptians were idol worshippers, but Abram worshipped the one true God. And Pharaoh, king of Egypt, he took Sarai, Abram's wife, into his harem, and sent for Abram, saying, "Why did you tell me that she was your sister instead of telling me that she is your wife? If you had told me that she was your wife, I would have taken her into my harem. You are now free to take your wife and go." Now, because Pharaoh had given them such a great gift, Abram decided to leave the city and live near the desert. But he blessed Pharaoh and said, "May you be blessed by the great God who is sovereign over all the earth." Then Abram he left and pitched his tent near the big trees by Shechem, near the ancient city of Jerusalem. At that time, Canaan, the land of promise, was inhabited by a people called the Canaanites. Meanwhile, Abram's brother, Nahor, he married his niece Milcah, daughter of his father's sister, and she became pregnant and gave birth to twins, a son and a daughter. The son's name was named Teshab, and the daughter's name was named Ru. Abram also took a wife named Keturah. She wasn't mentioned in the previous verses, but she's mentioned here in verse 16, verse 14. And she gave birth to Zimran, Jokshan, Medan, Midian, Ishbak, and Shobal. By these 6 sons of Keturah, who was a concubine, not a wife, Abram had 13 sons. Then Abram, he called the sons and all the men of his household together, and made a great feast. When Terah, their father, their grandfather, was 205 years old, he gave them a blessing. When Abram was 86 years old, he begat Isaac. This is the son that was promised to him by God. That's going to be the next thing that we study tomorrow. So I hope that you enjoyed Genesis chapter 12. If you did, please subscribe to our channel. We'd love to have you join us every day for a verse-by-verse Bible study. Thanks so much for joining me today. God bless.